Hey, bro, you got trauma? Start twerking, because twerking is spiritual. And now you can get something off your chest because it's therapy. I mean, how is, let's,
Shaking is such a primal practice of releasing trauma and somatic blockages and emotions through our body, especially our hips. Our hips, now we know, is where we store emotions.
Yep.
So when you are twerking, when you're shimmying, you are literally
Shimmy.
releasing trauma, releasing stored emotions from your hips. When you're bending your knees, you're crouching on the floor, you're connecting to earth, you're connecting to the womb, you're restoring your
Bro,
energy.
that's a lot of
And that's
description
why
for
it's
just
not
shaking
even
ass.
just
That's
in
crazy.
African dance, but in Middle Eastern dance, in Latin American dance, salsa dance, bachata. Every single dance form has some form of hip movement to it. This is also why zebras, when they're running away from a lion.
Yo, I hate when
Bro.
niggas say something that's like mildly true and then use it to connect a whole bunch of dots that don't connect. Obviously, every dance is gonna have hip movement. Almost every action that's not sitting down has fucking hip movement.
Let her release her trauma, bro.
Like, yeah, get your knees to the ground, connect with nature.
Let her release her trauma.
You can connect with nature on your knees. All the bro, what the fuck? Like, you use your feet to ground yourself, not your knee. But like, you could bullshit your way into make anything sound spiritual.
Yeah, but when you really think about it, though, bro.
Yeah.
The trauma and pain is really within the hips.
Yeah. I noticed it too. You know when I noticed it?
When you notice
when I'm
it.
gardening. I love gardening on my knees. I connect with nature,
With
when I'm on my knees. I usually toot my ass up and I'll just shake my hips while I'm fucking watering my watermelon.
All the pain just shaking away.
And
bro.
yeah, it's literally like therapy.
Therapy. It's therapeutic when you throw that shit back, boy.
Just say you enjoy twerking. Why?
Say that.
Why are you trying to make it all spiritual?
That's how I'm gonna justify going to Strickland now. Though, like
It's so
I'm just
spiritual.
allowing those women to like really release their trauma and pain
Right in front of me.
right in front of me. The least I can do is throw a couple ones. She was throwing that motherfucker. I knew she was going through it, bro.
That's crazy.
She must be having a really bad day, bro. I'm glad I'm here, man.
Yeah, just to take care of her, man.
Yeah.
They're about to get eaten and they make it into the nick of time. They shake their bodies off, release the trauma, and they come
Bro.
back to homeostasis. So I started to
I don't think that's
realize
why
that
they do
as I
that.
was doing this, I was healing myself through all of these generations of collective trauma that now we know with epigenetics is actually stored within our systems. And I realized that twerking, shimmying, undulating, shaking truly is a spiritual practice. And now
Is this
It's a spiritual practice.
like, okay, look. Is it possible that exercise is just beneficial? like
Yeah,
like
right,
movement.
yeah.
Like
Just
when
any
I was,
type of movement in general.
I can be sick, and when I usually get a cold or a flu, it's usually a week. If I exercise every day on everything, it's like a 3-day sickness. I like super speed past it. Feel me? The whole time.
Now, how out of that time, how often are you twerking?
So I didn't twerk. See, I need to try
need to
that.
start trying
I
that
lift
shit.
and I lift for an hour and I do cardio for an hour every day.
You
No
doing
matter how I'm
squats?
feeling. No, see, that's
You
well, yeah, I
just-
squat on leg days, but I'm not shaking it down there.
But at least you poking that shit out.
Yeah,
And you getting closer to the
And
Mother
you
Earth.
know what really helps me the most?
What's that?
Is the hip raises.
Hey!
Them bitches help a lot.
All right.
Cause there's a lot of motion there.
Maybe that's the male version. Our pelvis, when we thrust our pelvis upwards, right? That's really the trauma.
It's a spiritual practice.
Yeah.
It's real spiritual.
Yeah. Or the dick slang.
Bruh.
Remember that back in the day?
Nah.
You remember that?
What the fuck were y'all niggas doing growing
Or
up?
the thug shake.
Yeah, obviously the thug shit.
Obviously the thug
Obviously,
shake.
bro.
Yeah, man. So I understand what she's saying. That's the problem. Y'all make shit way too sexual, bro.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
It's not even like ass is not even sexual.
It's
like
not even sexual.
what's one
bro.
sexual thing you could do with it?
Nothing, bro.
Nothing. So it's just all spiritual.
It's all spiritual, releasing that trauma. It is so relaxing. It is so healing.
Yeah.
It's healing, bro.
studied dance for many, many years, and I'm a trained belly dancer. And I've noticed that in all of these cultures, there has been a form of hip shaking, gyrating, and undulating that all feminine dance practices have, because that Shakti feminine energy is stored in the hips. When we trace it back, it's not twerking, it's African dancing. And this kind
I hate when niggas say African like that.
As if like it's just one umbrella of like
know.
all Africans do the same
Because
thing.
most of the Ethiopian dances is like shoulders and shit like that. It's not hips. Most of them.
But y'all are oppressed. That's why.
Yeah, so that's why we got all that trauma.
Y'all that trauma. Y'all been shaking the wrong thing.
Gotta release it.
Niggas shaking shoulders. Niggas should shake that ass.
It's just exercise. Like, no funny shit. The best thing you can do for yourself in general is exercise. Like, you can take
what are you
a bunch
exercising though?
I guess your ass could be dead ass one of the things.
I know, but she's saying if you really want to get that trauma off your body, bro, shake that ass, bro.
Yeah, you know what's funny? For the A&P Shark Tank video, there was one of the businesses was a lady who had a twerking class. And it wasn't just a twerking class. They would do a whole bunch of positive affirmations. So we didn't do the twerking part, but she walked us through some of the positive affirmations. And like, they just sit there and, you know, like some people do yoga for exercise, some people do Zumba, and some people get on bikes, some people lift, and they just shake ass. That's their exercise.
Why not?
But like, if that's your exercise, that's cool.
Did you invest in that?
Nah.
I would have.
It made the top 5 though.
It should have. That's a good ass business plan, man. Hey, yo, hit me up, man. I got you. I just think some women just like to have fun.
Oh, women, bro. Like,
women
you
love
know,
to
realize
have fun, bro.
I learned it in Miami, but now that I'm traveling a lot more, I learned
Yeah.
it for sure. Shaking ass is just like women just love
They
doing
just
it.
love doing it,
Like,
bro.
they'll stop the car in the middle of the road,
just start shaking
hop out and
ass.
shake ass.
They just love doing it,
They'll
bro.
shake it in the convenience store. They'll most definitely shake it in the club.
Yes.
They're shaking it no matter what.
Yes.
So it's always shaking.
Now, to the weird niggas out there, just because a woman is shaking ass, that does not give you invitation to start standing up and feeling all. She just trying to have fun, bro. Let her have fun.
So when I say twerking, I'm talking about, I mean, we think of Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, but actually this dance form comes from the Congo. It comes from African dance culture where women would shake. And if you still look at many different tribes around the world, it's like a very natural primal dance form of like the womb connecting to earth. Mm-hmm. So I remember one day I went to a twerk class with my friend, and now this was like years later. I was probably like 28, 29 years old.
I'm sorry to start this, but isn't it like so odd to me that for years when I was growing up, twerking, it was so synonymous with like black culture and black women that they look down upon it. But now we're like getting to this point where like to make it more palatable, we have to like just like, oh no, we have classes and it's exercise and it's now spiritual because you're connecting with the home, the motherland, and all the like to do all of that. And for years when I was growing up, bro, like when black women used to twerk, it used to be frowned upon. Like, look at that disgusting. Oh my God, look at these women. But now like they've like found ways to like have this like context bend of like, oh no, it's just exercise. Like that's all it is. We're connecting with Mother Earth. That's all it is. It's traumatic. We're trauma bonding.
The chakras from my butt is getting transferred to the earth, and
is that what that is?
chakra from earth is being transferred.
Starbucks in the ghetto?
Gentrification.
Yeah,
they are gentrifying twerking.
Gentrified that shit.
I have a feeling she doesn't know how to twerk. I'm gonna just say it right now.
What? Don't say that. You'd be surprised, bro.
And he's a gay guy, and he shared it on his stories. And I was like, oh my God, like you cannot share that on your stories, because by then I had already had 2 books on Ayurveda. I was like a spiritual teacher, white dress, mala beads, like the whole 9 yards. Mm-hmm. I'm like, people cannot know what to work, you know? And then he's like, wow, I'm getting such a great response about this. So then I reshared it, and I'm like, am I safe? And I recognize, okay, I'm safe. And then I started to share a little bit more. Am I safe? Okay, yes, I'm safe. And I started to share more and more.
What is she talking about?
And I started to get a response from people like, wow, like I want to do that too. Or wow, I didn't know.
Oh yeah, we gotta, yeah. What is her name? I am. Don't look it up, man.
I'm not looking it up. You look it up, nigga.
What?
I gotta look it up on my shit. Yeah, they're gonna start spamming that
nigga,
bitch.
You're already there, nigga.
I'm on IG.
No, you're nasty. You're already there, nigga. Stop.
Nah, that's crazy.
She ain't go through that much in life, I can tell.
What the fuck?
If you're telling me that it's trauma,
Let me see it again.
If you shaking the trauma off, it wasn't that much trauma she was shaking off that motherfucker, boy. That's just not it.
Okay, we're not here to rate her twerking ability. Does this bitch have a B on her neck?
Yo,
bro, that's crazy.
It's insane. Bro, she's doing classes for like white women and white people, bro. And so when she's saying this twerking thing, yes, for you and you're fair skinned, I don't know what you are, but yes, for you, it is okay for you to say the things you're saying. But black women have been chastised for decades now for doing shit that y'all are now trying to gentrify into some more acceptable, palatable shit. And then I'm looking at you, you ain't throwing shit.
That's crazy.
You ain't shaking shit. You not shaking a goddamn thing. That is some whack ass you throwing, man. What the fuck? You ain't throwing shit. So you should not be teaching no class on twerking because you can't twerk.
Damn.
Man, what the fuck? I am single now, so I say what the fuck I want to say about
Yeah, I
this
guess
topic.
you can.
No, nigga, you don't have the facilities, in my opinion.
The facilities is crazy.
Either A, you really can't twerk, or B, like you said, if it's you're just shaking off the pain and trauma, you must not have gone through that much pain and trauma in your life because you ain't got shit to shake back there. You're not shaking a goddamn thing. That shit is whack.
Agent looks so uncomfortable.
That shit is whack, my nigga. That shit whack.
Hey,
You want to see some real shit? You want to see some?
What
Come
shit?
on, I
I
got
don't
you.
want to see ass with you right now, bro.
But I got you. You just saw ass from me. What the fuck?
No, that wasn't really.
Yeah, you.
Bro, he said, nah, that wasn't really. I'm done.
Oh shit, bro.
You can't remove the sexual nature of throwing ass in all reality, right? Like I can make hip thrusts into a workout. You feel me? But it is also sexual in nature. So like, if you go to a strip club, a male strip club, you will see them doing a similar movement without the barbell there because it is sexual in nature. So that being
That's
said,
just them trying to reconnect with mother.
yeah, they're just reconnecting in the strip
just-
clubs. So the point is like you can't remove that from what it is. That's true. So there are certain boundaries that should exist, in my personal opinion. But when the focus of it isn't sexual and it's physical activity, of course there's going to be some benefits to that. Of course there is. Of course, there's even benefits to sex because it's a physical activity.
Yeah.
Fights tachycardia.
But don't try to make it seem like
It's not sexual.
Bro, I just got rid of this shit, bro.
it's just connected.
And that's not
Spiritual.
And twerking is not the same as like doing the bachata or any dance that
that's
requires
the point.
hip movement.
That's the point I want to make as well.
I mean, it's a big difference.
There's a massive difference between what you're trying to say and twerking. Twerking is like almost synonymously known through a sexual manner. This idea that you're trying to correlate twerking with every other hip thrusting motion that somebody may do that's considered dancing is crazy. To put it all under the same umbrella just because you have to move your hips is insane, bro. That does not make any sense at all. The way that we identify twerking, like you said, strip clubs, house parties, and I guess now y'all are trying to make it more exercise based, which is fine. I'm not saying there was no health benefits to just moving your body in a general sense. But when we talk about twerking, it's ass shaking, booty shaking, left, right cheek, right cheek. You know what I'm saying? That's all that shit. That's what that is. And if you want to tell me, like, when women get around one another and they hyping each other up, when they throwing ass, that's trauma bonding, by all means. All I'm telling you is you ain't been through enough of it, though.
Okay.
That's crazy, bro.
So let us know where your favorite spot to trauma bond, your favorite spot for that spiritual healing. Let us know the different ways that you move your hips and your body and that twerking motion down in the comment section below. Women only, though. Well, I don't want to hear
You're women only.
I don't want to hear that shit. So just women, bro. And until next time, we'll see you all later. Peace.
Damn. Restoring your energy, though. Twerking is crazy. Dude, twerking is crazy. As a Middle Eastern, I can tell you, no, twerking is not and has never been a Middle Eastern dance. As a human being, I can tell you twerking has never been seen as a spiritual in any sort of capacity. LMFAO. Bro, I had to scoot up just to see, because I'm on my bed and like 5 yards away. Not actually 5 yards, but probably like 5 feet. I don't know. A yard. I don't know. Twerking releases trauma. That's called being fatherless. Damn. My bad, bro. But like, subscribe. See you guys later. Hope you have a good day or night. And bye.